the oldest black church in the city of Indianapolis. This year, Bethel will celebrate our 189th anniversary. And Bethel Church has always been an anchor institution in the city of Indianapolis. I stand before you today not only as a city county councilor for District 6, but also as the senior pastor, and one who believes that how we care for the least among us reveals the true soul of our city. Right now, too many of our neighbors are being pushed deeper into hardship. Federal shutdowns, changes in our laws, and the reduction, even the elimination of SNAP benefits have all created the real pain for working families across Indianapolis. For some, that means choosing between paying the light bill or putting food on the table. For others, it might mean filling a prescription or buying milk for the children. And as a faith leader, I must say this clearly. This is not simply a policy issue. This is a moral issue. Scripture reminds us in Matthew 25 that when we feed the hungry, we serve God Himself. To ensure that every child, every senior, every family have access to healthy food, that is not optional. That is sacred duty. And that's why I'm proud to stand with Mayor Hogsett, with the United Way, with Gleaners, Second Helpings, and the Indy Hunger Network, as we expand food outreach and distribution efforts across our city. Together, we are putting compassion into action, committing resources, volunteers, and our collective will to meet this growing needs head on. We will not only distribute meals and fresh produce, we will deliver hope. We will remind our neighbors that Indianapolis sees them. We value them, and we'll stand with them through this season of uncertainty. But let me be clear. Charity alone cannot fix what policy has broken. While we work to fill the gap, we must continue to advocate for just and compassionate public policy, policies that protect rather than punishes. And in times like these, cities and their leaders must become moral centers of action. We must lead with compassion and equity. We must show what it means to be a community that does not turn its back on the hungry. So, as a pastor, I pray. As a counselor, I act. As a citizen of this great city, I stand with all who believe that no one in Indianapolis should go to bed hungry. Our church will be a host site of one of the distributions. We welcome any and all residents to come receive services. For those who can donate their time or resources, we welcome your support. Please act with us so no one in Pike Township, in District 6, or the city of Indianapolis has to go to bed hungry. Now, friends, allow me to introduce the mayor of this great city, Mayor Joe Hogsett.
Thank you, Councilor. Well, thank you, Councilor Perkins, and not only for the kind introduction, but opening up your church for this important gathering. Let me begin with what Carlos has mentioned, the reality of our situation. Very soon, tens of thousands of our neighbors here in Indianapolis will be facing food insecurity due to the nationwide pause on SNAP benefits. And today I want to take this opportunity to speak directly to the folks who will be impacted by these losses. Councilor Perkins said, the city sees you. And we are stepping up to do everything we can to make sure that you and your families do not go hungry. Already, our Office of Public Health and Safety is dedicating $100,000. This $100,000 is in unspent funds that will go to food efforts across the city. We'll be expanding our food outreach already planned for November. In fact, this Saturday, November 1st, we will be hosting an event right here in this church to provide our neighbors with some of the immediate relief that they desperately need. But that's not all. As mayor of this city, I have also asked our corporate community to join in these vital efforts. And already, we have received generous commitments from IU Health and from Cummins. The latter, yes, indeed. The latter, Cummins, having matched the city's donation, bringing our total to $200,000. So on behalf of the entire city of Indianapolis, I give my sincere gratitude to Jim Schacht and Lawrence McCormick with Cummins, and Darius Gardner with IU Health. Where's Darius? Hiding behind Ahmed. Thank you, Adarius, and thank IU Health. To Jim and to Lawrence, please give my best to Cummins and its generosity. Your commitment is amplifying our work across the city, and it's going to make a real difference in the lives of our neighbors. And we welcome even more corporate partners to join us. Thank you also to all the folks who are putting this funding to work in order to meet these increasing demands. That includes parishioners at local churches, just like this one, volunteers at neighborhood food pantries, and the huge team at Gleaners, Indy Hunger Network, Second Helpings, and so many others. You all are the reason we are able to bring immediate relief to the table when it is needed. For those in a position to help, please consider donating your time or your resources to help out your fellow neighbors, your neighbors who are in need. And for those who are currently facing food insecurity, I have just one message. Your city is here for you. Please visit indy.gov website to find a wealth of resources, including food pantries near you, free pop-up food events, and any and all updates that will come as the city continues to work to coordinate and grow and expand our efforts. So with that, I'm happy to go ahead and turn things over to United Way President and CEO Fred Payne. Fred?
Well, thank you, Mayor. It's a privilege to join you and our esteemed colleagues, Fred Glass, Linda Broadfoot, Kate Howe, and Dr. Carlos Perkins here today. I also like to acknowledge a few other people in the audience. Ahmed Young, president of the Indianapolis Foundation, Jennifer Bardenbach, the president of Central Indiana Community Foundation, Representative Cherish Pryor, Council members Ron Gibson, John Barth, and I think I saw Keith Graves just walk in. So thank you. On behalf of United Way of Central Indiana's board, team, and partners, we are proud to stand alongside our community and say, food is not a privilege. It's a basic human right. And as United Way does in our 107-year history, we will respond to our neighbors in need when they need us the most. This Saturday, some 150,000 people right here in Central Indiana, they are people who depend on the SNAP. They depend on this food. The food won't be there. They won't receive their benefits because of the shutdown. Almost 50% of these SNAP participants in the region are families with children. In response to those imminent cuts, United Way is launching the Central Indiana Food Relief Fund with $500,000 from an anonymous donor who wanted to give substantially to encourage others and the community to match or exceed that amount. In a heartbeat, that donation was matched by the Indianapolis Foundation, the Lilly Endowment, and Eli Lilly and Company Foundation, and it now totals $1 million. They responded because they know that without food, it's impossible for people to live the lives they're capable of living. So 100% of the Central Indiana Food Relief Fund will immediately go to support 3 major food organizations that supply food to hundreds of pantries across the region. 2 of them are here with us today: Gleaners Food Bank of Indiana and Second Helpings. And the third is Midwest Food Bank. It's so important to note that philanthropy alone cannot fill this relief gap. But we are calling on our community right now to join us all who are here in this church to stand and to support our food banks, volunteer your time, and to help put food on the table for our neighbors who rely on this critical assistance. At this time, I'm happy to bring back to the podium Dr. Carlos Perkins.
Thank you, Fred, and thank you for the work of the United Way of Central Indiana. I want to take the opportunity to recognize my colleagues. You've heard their names already mentioned. This is a demonstration for us of what it means to come together as a community to serve the needs of the residents across Indianapolis and Marion County. And so all the elected officials that are here, we are so very grateful that we can join our efforts together in support of what our community needs in this season. I'm privileged not only to sit in the political space, but also to sit in the space of ministry. And our ministry colleagues are also mobilizing to do the work. I thank each and every one of you that have stepped up to the plate and are yet to step up to support. I want to recognize my friend and brother that's here, the pastor of University United Methodist Church, in the person of Pastor John C. Brown Russell, who's also doing the work of serving community. Thank you, Pastor John. You heard the providers that are here, and we are so thankful for Gleaners, for Second Helpers, and for Indie Hunger Network. So the next 3 speakers will be Fred Glass, Linda Broadfoot, and Kate Howe that will share with you how we'll be serving our community starting on this Saturday. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Fred Glass. I'm from Gleaners Food Bank, and I come to you with my heart full of gratitude. My colleagues and I, Linda Broadfoot and Kate Howe, are on the receiving end of this incredible generosity from around the room and a conduit to our neighbors who are facing hunger, so we're extremely grateful. On My gratitude extends to all of you. Many have been thanked. I'm not going to go back through, but I'm going to make two exceptions to that. One, I want to thank Dr. Perkins for opening up this amazing church and hosting us. And I also want to thank Mayor Hogsett. I've been in this world of charitable food for 3 years, and I know that no mayor of the city of Indianapolis has done more to establish food security than Joe Hogsett, and appreciate your leadership. And the existence of OPHS speaks for itself in terms of its commitment to that. I can't help but feel a little bit that phrase, it's the best of times and the worst of times. Worst of times, obviously, when the federal government abdicates its responsibility to feed its people. I'm not sure times can be much worse. But when I come into a room like this, and we have government, philanthropy, the church, service providers, all coming together to do the best they can to fill the breach, then my heart is filled with gratitude and optimism. So thank you for your attendance. It speaks volumes, and we're very grateful. I think my other responsibility is to introduce my friend and colleague, Linda Broadfoot, who does wonderful, wonderful work with Second Helpings.
Thank you. My name is Linda Broadfoot. I have the honor and privilege of serving as CEO at Second Helpings. And my heart is really full too. I wish we weren't here for the reasons that we are. But what a gift. Fred, you guys have turned around some work very quickly at United Way. So thank you for the support of the community through all the various organizations and tools that are represented here today. Our community needs us more than ever. Sorry, Megan, I know we have comments here. I do want to say this morning I happened to go out on deliveries with our meals, went along with a volunteer, went to 7 different community organizations and saw up close, purely by coincidence, the timing, but folks out in our community are hurting and they are talking about it, and the staff at all these other nonprofits are hearing it every day from the folks that they serve. They're feeling the pain. They're scared. They're so scared about what's coming. So we are all just doing what we're called to do, what we have to do, what we have no choice to do. So thank you for being a part of this. Thank you, Councilor Perkins, Mayor Hogsett, my friends Fred and Fred, for the invitation and for the amazing partnership. At Second Helpings, we believe that food is more than fuel. It's dignity, it's opportunity, and it's hope. And right now, as uncertainty grows for the most vulnerable in our community around the government shutdown, our neighbors need that hope more than ever. We're already seeing the ripple effects. Many of our 200 plus community partners, pantries, shelters, senior centers, they are bracing for increased need. And while we don't serve individuals directly, we're the critical link that helps those frontline organizations keep their shelves stocked and their clients fed. To meet this moment, we are ramping up our response. We already prepare and deliver 5,600 meals a day. We've recently secured a new 14,000 square foot warehouse to expand cold storage and streamline how we rescue and distribute food to our partners. Last year, we distributed nearly 3 million pounds of rescued food into the pantry system for free, and we anticipate that number only continuing to grow. We're optimizing our kitchen and our delivery operations literally as I stand here so that we can stay flexible and be ready for what's next. But we can't do it alone. Our ability to respond depends on the community showing up for us. So here's how you can help. Donate. Help us stay responsive and ready as the need increases and costs rise. Host a food drive, especially for the staples like peanut butter, pasta, oil and rice. Y'all wouldn't believe how much pasta we go through in a single day at Second Helpings, and there's never enough. And volunteer. Every day, nearly 75 volunteers come to Second Helpings to chop vegetables, cook hearty meals, make sandwiches, deliver meals, and more. We can't do what we do without our volunteers, and we hope the community will join us. And frankly, we hope that the community will join anyone. You can come volunteer at Second Helpings, you can volunteer at Gleaners, you can volunteer at your food pantry. Just get out and support the many, many people that are trying to keep it together and make sure our community is fed. None of us knows what's coming in the coming weeks, But we do know this: Second Helpings was built for times like these. We are able to serve because of the support from the folks in this room, and we'll be ready to meet the need as it comes. So thank you. And I get to introduce my dear friend, Kate Howe, the Executive Director of the Indie Hunger Network.
I will be wrapping us up today. Like everyone who's already spoken here today, Indie Hunger Network is here to help folks in our community in any way that we can as we face this crisis that is about to hit our city and our country. And we are doing our best to share resources with our partners and the public to make sure that people can connect to whatever they need to connect to get their families fed. Next week, Indie Hunger Network will release the findings from our recent survey of food assistance need in central Indiana. That report, co-funded by the city's Office of Public Health and Safety and by the Central Indiana Community Foundation, will highlight persistent gaps in both affordability and access to healthy food in Indianapolis and across the region. Gaps that will only grow larger as SNAP cuts go into effect in November. Our team works every day to improve access to food in central Indiana and to help members of our community connect to any and all available food assistance programs. And I want to make sure you're aware of one of our key programs that helps people find where they can get help. So in 2020, in partnership with the Office of Public Health and Safety, Indie Hunger Network created Community Compass. It's a website and an app that you can download on your phone for free. And I see that Jamia has pulled it up on the screen for us. I just want to walk through a little bit how this works so you can know for yourselves and you can share with folks that come to you needing help. So Jamia, if you'll type in the address of the church so we can show people what it looks like when they type in an address to Community Compass. She's typing in the address of Bethel AME. And then you click on that, yes, and our map pops up. So that red dot is where we're located today. Thank you for the demonstration. And it looks to me like all resources are selected right now, so you can see that's showing you food pantries in the area, free meal sites in the area, places you can use your WIC benefits, SNAP benefits, and places that you can apply for WIC. And then SNAP you can apply for online or at several locations around the city, so those are not highlighted on the map. Yes, great. If you want to zoom in, you can see at the top that if you want to just see a particular resource, Jamia, maybe pick free groceries. Thank you. And then you'll be able to see those are food pantries that are located nearby. If you click just to the left of that, it says open today. I'm not sure if you all can see that, but Jamia, there you go. It'll show you only the food pantries that are open today. And then I'm going to suggest a pantry for you to select, Jamia, if you can zoom back out for a second. There are those two blue icons just to the right of us. If you pick the one on the bottom, that should be Crooked Creek Food Pantry. And then click more information, please. And you'll see all the information that you can get about each resource. So there's the address, you can get directions, you can get the website, you find out when it's open, what documents you need to bring, what languages they speak. So if you don't speak English, or if it's not your primary language, you can find food pantries that will offer translation or interpretation assistance. And so we really aim for this to be a place where you can get all the information you need to go to the place that you can go to today, right now, to get food to bring home to your family. Same for meal sites, too. There are free meal sites all throughout the city, many of them at churches and other faith congregations, and you can get all the details there. I want to highlight two other things. Jamia, if you'd go up to the top right where it says English and just touch that drop-down menu, there are 11 languages that you can use Community Compass in. So it's English, it's Arabic, it's Chin, it's lots and lots of languages that are available for people if they would like to translate into another language. And then the last thing I'd like to point out is, I don't know if you can see the sharing button. I believe it's at the top right, Jamia. She may not be able to find it, and I can't see it well enough from here to show you, but you can, yeah, so there you go. If you click the share button, you can copy a link and send that to somebody in a text or by email, or if you're actually using the app, you can share it right away. Just as if you were to share a photo with a friend, you push share, and then it comes up with all the options of texting, emailing, or however you share things with folks. And so, if you run across somebody on the street who needs help with food, you can share that resource to them right to their phone. If you're somebody who doesn't have access to a smartphone or a computer, I really encourage people to come talk with us at Indie Hunger Network. We have a program called the Food Resource Services Hub, or FRESH, and we have food resource navigators who can sit down with you either on the phone or in person and help you find those resources and share them, print them out, or however people need to have them shared to be able to get to those locations. Lastly, I'll say if you don't have Community Compass on your phone, I encourage everybody in the room to do that today. We all know people who need help. We all run across people who don't know where to find food. And even if you're not in need of food yourself, having that resource available for everybody is really key. Lastly, I just want to say we have lots of other resources available on our website at indiehunger.org. And I mentioned we'll be publishing our new study next week, and that will be available on our website as well. So please stay tuned. We'll be announcing that with the city and with CICF, I think on Tuesday. Lastly, thank you to Mayor Hogsett and his staff, and to Fred Payne and the United Way of Central Indiana for their leadership in feeding our community. Having these community leaders who step up in times of crisis is really important to making sure that we don't let our neighbors go hungry. And thanks also to my friends, Fred and Linda, and all the other organizations. There are over 200 food pantries in the city of Indianapolis working to feed people every day, and we're grateful for all of your work. And I'll just close there and say that we are all available for questions if anyone would like to talk with us after. Thank you.
Again, thank you all. We are available for questions and for the media if you want to do individual interviews. Thank you.